My name is Nikita Shiel-Rolle, and I'm the director and founder of a nonprofit organization called Young Marine Explorers. I'm also a conservation biologist, and I focus on coral reefs and outreach with youth in the Bahamas. You know, I fell in love with the ocean when I was 13. And that's when I think, developed a bond and an appreciation for coral reefs. In the Bahamas, we have both stony corals and soft corals. You do have very healthy areas of coral. It's beautiful and diverse. However, when you look at the state of coral reefs on a local scale, there are major areas for concern. The reef systems off the southwest New Providence are not in a very good state. Primarily, it's all sort of like skeleton, covered in algae, and you may find a piece of live coral here or there. The Bahamas is a tourism economy. We have a huge amount of development that's taking place on New Providence, the sort of main island in the Bahamas, and that factors into a lot of threats that can impact corals. Unregulated coastal development, waste management, overfishing, and sort of human interaction. Nassau has changed completely. A lot of the coastline, Bahamians don't have access to anymore. The majority of people don't interact with the coast on a daily or regular basis. And when you don't have that type of sort of interaction, then making the connection to the value of these reef systems, something that is sort of foreign to you, becomes a challenge.
As a YME member, I pledge to make it my responsibility to be educated and to educate others about the importance of sustaining our marine environment.
Young Marine Explorers, also known as YME, is a nonprofit organization that I founded in 2007 to help build this bridge and inspire a generation of youth who understand the value of the Bahamian resources for us as Bahamians. And I'm going to get each of you to just list off all the threats that you think exist, especially here in the Bahamas.
Sewage, people.
Construction.
With YME, we're really focusing on these underserved communities where students don't get equal opportunities to education and to experiences. We've developed the coral conservation teams, which empowers and uses youth from local communities and trains them to monitor 8 key species. Of the 8 corals that we're studying, which ones do you guys know off the top of your head? So we're going to use the scientific names.
Barbacella franksii.
Franksii, yeah. The data that they collect is then used and synthesized into annual status of the reef reports. A lot of the students who enter into our program are not able to swim, and for many of them, we provide their very first encounter with coral reefs, with mangroves, with sharks, with fish. All right, so what did you guys see?
We saw
I saw a lot of Arbacella annulus.
Yes, a lot of them.
Arbacella annulus, yeah.
So I joined YME hoping to learn new stuff about the marine environment and its creatures, its inhabitants.
As Bahamians need to know the corals that are out there, because corals serve such a great importance to the actual country.
We are now expanding our program to the family islands, the outer islands of the Bahamas. Cat Island is the very rural community. Life is different here on the island, and it's definitely a slower pace of life, more relaxed pace of life. Right now I'm on my way to pick up Jarika and Javon. These are two of our coral conservation team members here in the north of Cat Island. A lot of these students don't know how to swim, so we have to work on their swimming skills. And Jarik's a good example of that. He was not a very strong swimmer at all and was terrified of sharks, and just sort of terrified of being in the water. He's now a very comfortable swimmer.
It's one of my favorite spots I come to check. Nice enclosed reef, beautiful, lots of fish.
In Cat Island, you have less pressures. There's a smaller population, and you do see healthier colonies and more frequent colonies.
But she's doing a pretty good job trying to protect our reefs. It's good for the young marine explorers to get really into marine life.
I think we have to do everything that we can to monitor and to protect the reefs that we have today. I firmly believe the work that I'm doing will have an impact. I think it's going to have an impact on the lives of the students.
Somewhat. English too much writing though.
And I think it will have an impact on the reef systems. It's not an easy journey, but there is hope, and you have to have hope.